Welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina Enchanted, and today I want to talk about a few things, but I really want to go to magical school, like Hogwarts. Like, I'm not joking. They apparently exist. There's this school. They're like all over. There's this school for like mediumship. I was just finding out about it. It's called the Arthur Findlay College, and they apparently show you spiritualism and psychic sciences, which is so interesting. By the way, I did receive the book, this one, today, and I started reading it. It's very interesting. I have been listening. This was from Sonia Choquette, The Psychic Pathway, but I have been listening to her Audible book for a little bit now. The one, let me see which one's called. Let me look at my library. Trust Your Vibes. And I'm like, I put some hours down on that book, and it's so interesting because she talks about, just kind of, in a way, you're kind of letting go ego. She didn't say ego, but she says like being in the present moment. Eckhart Tolle teaches you to be here, but that's kind of like how you start receiving messages from the universe, kind of reading. It's kind of just like being here. Hi, I see I have someone there. Who do I have here? Jacob, let's see the vampire nails. Ooh, here's the vampire nails. Yeah. There we go. Hi, welcome back again. So yeah, I want to go to like a psychic university. Doesn't that sound so cool? I know you're by accident. Yeah, welcome along. Deadly. Yes, these are deadly. Very deadly. What was I gonna say? So I was talking about there are schools. They're like Hogwarts. I'm not joking. They're called mystery schools, and they're all over the world. And some of them are like kind of closed off to other people, and some of them are open to the public. And I really want to go to Hogwarts. Like, I really want to go to one of these schools. Like, I want to get sponsored and I want to go. Like, I just learned about the Arthur Findlay College, and it's called the world's foremost college for the advancements of spiritualism and psychic sciences. Isn't that so cool? And I have been so I just received this girl's book, Sonia Choquette, today. The Psychic Pathway, but I have been listening, and it looks really interesting. I have been listening to her Audible book, Trust Your Vibes, and a lot of it is just being in the present moment and forgiving people and just not having anything attached to you, and just really calming yourself down and listening to your intuition, because you'll start getting messages. And so I still have 8 hours of that Audible book left, but it's so interesting. Okay, let's see what Juan says. Be careful, not all psychics are nice people. Shield yourself. Well, of course, always shield yourself. I mean, it's like with everything, you have good and bad and whatnot. I think most people are good in this world, but yeah, always have good boundaries and whatnot. Kirsty says, hello, Paulina. Hello, welcome. So I'm so happy that I finally got the book, this one. But yeah, I want to go to one of these like Hogwarts schools. Like the Findlay, this was called the Arthur Findlay College. And how are you guys, by the way? Tell me, did you guys have a good day today? Let me see the courses that they offer. Let's see. This is so cool. So, they offer general art, general interest, healing, mediumship, shamanism. That is so cool. Spiritual development, spiritualist, healing, mediumship, trance art, trance healing. Ooh, let me see something. And I was watching some of the girls that have gone, and they'll talk about it. and they've said that like definitely that university, because so many mediums go to it, like it's definitely super haunted. It's really old. It looks like Hogwarts. Like it has brick, it has like the outside is like red bricks. It's so beautiful. I want to do this. Like they have like 2-week courses. I really want to do this. And there are other ones. There's another one, I think, in California, but it's not as prestigious as this one. And this one, I have not looked into it that much. It's called Mount Shasta Magic School. I don't know if this one's legit. But the one in Arthur Findlay College, I think, where's that one located? Is that one in England? Oh, no. Let's see. Where is this one located? Wait, I feel like there was one in the US. Wasn't there one in the US? Okay, let me catch up. So, Katra says, use blue stones. They protect you from negative waves and energy. There are other stones used for protection too. Yeah, like black tourmaline and all that stuff. But wait, blue stones? Thanks for the heart, you guys. Wait, what do you mean by like blue stones? Let me see. What blue stones protect you from negative energy forces? I don't know what, like, I'm not sure which one. Oh, lapis lazuli, blue sapphire. Lapis lazuli is known for shielding against the evil eye. Oh, interesting. I understand now. Okay, wow, it's so beautiful. Nicholas says, hey. Juan says his gifts to Zach. James, what? Oh. Okay, yes, shield yourself. Yes, I do. Juan says, the one in the U.S. is called Grey School, but they're also a school by the International Cult Guild. Let me look that up. Ooh, yeah, because if it's in England, it's like, I mean, it's still possible. I have to stop putting these limitations in my brain. Like, oh, it's a different country, it's not possible. It's possible. Anything is possible. I can accomplish anything. And you guys can accomplish anything. Yes, it is possible. Okay, let me see the one in the US. So I am curious. You said it's called Grey School for the magical school in the US? Grey School. Grey School of Wizardry. Grey School is a university devoted to the academic study and practical application of wizardry and esoteric studies more broadly in the modern world. You guys can be wizards. Look at this. Just enroll in this kind of university. This is so fun. I love this. Wait, is this like an in-person university? That's what makes it more fun. If you can go and like make friends and take in-person classes. They have alchemy, psychology of the skeletal system too, which is interesting. Animal care and empathy. Ooh, you know those people communicate with animals? Colors of this is so cool. Let's see. Where is the campus for this? Let's see. Events. There's another thing. My brain is like going sideways right now. And I'm thinking of, I really want to sign up for Charm Post. Have you guys seen Charm Post? It's like the cutest thing ever. It's like you sign up for, let me look this up. I'm not sponsored by them or anything because I'm still learning. It's $8 a month and I haven't signed up and I really want to. I should. It's $8 a month and they send you magical posts, like as if you joined Hogwarts every month. Like the cutest magical post ever. But anyways, let me see, grayschool.org. Let me see if I can find where Grey School is located. They look cool, but their font or like their color coding on their website is throwing me off. Because the one from Britain had better color coding and I don't know, it looks cool, but it's like throwing me off a little bit. Oh, so they have a virtual campus, but do they have an in-person campus? The virtual campus is kind of like a video game and you wear Hogwarts clothes. The Grey School Wizardry Highshire campus is in With Hall, New York. Oh, High Aspiring Manor is a meaningful expansion beyond. This is so cool. I wonder how long their programs are if you go, because I think the one in Britain was they were like 2 weeks if I'm not wrong. Let's see, I don't know what cohorts are. These interesting. Okay, and then let me look up the other one Juan mentioned, International Occult Guild. I'm definitely signing up for a charm post. Like, oh my god. I would love for them to sponsor me because they look so cool. Well, let me actually try it out first. I'm super excited about it because it looks really cool. Try out charm post and then see if I like it and I'll let you guys know. Occult Guild. Okay. Let's see. International Occult Guild School. Here's their yearbook. Occult Guild yearbook. You know, a while back, I did join like a group. Just a minute. Let's see. School. Dun, dun, dun. This one is kind of hard for me to find, like their website, like their magical school website. Oh, isn't this like the dream, right? To go to Hogwarts, something like that. Okay, Nicholas says hi. Jim Deckerson, you are so cute. Thank you. Casara says yes, exactly. Thanks. For protection, Juan's also mentioning gemstone, bloodstone, tiger's eye are all good for protection from black magic. I love that. Thank you. Taji says hey. You look like Han from Stray Kids. I have no idea because I have not seen Stray Kids. Da, da. He's an Asian boy? Sure, I don't think I look Asian, but okay. He's an that one was funny. Okay, so let me think. I think the Gray School was started by O'Brien Zell. Ravenheart. Isn't like the Ravenhearts like the Wiccan people? Guy looks like Gandalf. Oh. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Okay, I still have my shamanic stuff. This is so cool. Look, I'm honestly on the charm post. I have my Android like thingy, like a Android phone that I left in my boyfriend's place, but I have to get it so I can show you guys what I see. But so this charm post looks so cool. They send you like it says magical fairy tale witchy stuff in the mail, and it looks like Harry Potter, it looks like Hogwarts, and it's every month. I am so intrigued. I really want to subscribe to this. And then also I like scrapbooking. I have to get back to it too. Huang says the International Occult Guild is kind of dark though. Whoa, why does it make it dark? Why is it dark? That's the one I couldn't find the website. See, I don't want anything where like they're not like love and light, you know? The one in England was more so just mediumship, you know, kind of like this, like just like learning how to connect with your like inner psychic powers. We all have it. We're all humans, you know. We're just not taught. We're not raised in that way in the Western society, but we are all psychic. You are too. Whoever that you're watching this, you guys all have that intuition, and if you work on that, it'll help you open yourself up to the universe. But it's part of the human condition. We're just taught out of it, you know, which is a way to, you know, take power from humans. But now that we are creating these communities online and in person, we're kind of bringing our power back. You know, anything is possible. You know, you guys got this. Justin Sawadogo says hi. How are ya? How's your day? How are you doing today? Oh my god, I'm just looking at the charm post letter. Oh, it looks so cute. So Juan says Gray School has love and light type stuff. That's me. I don't want any dark stuff. Like, girl, like you guys, I like the spooky stuff, but I just want love and light, you know. My TikTok, I get kind of, you know, creepy with my spooky stories because I like to, like, we all have a light and a dark side. My dark side is like creepy stories, you know, like, you know, spooking people out a little bit. I like that. It's fun. But at the end of the day, I just want love and light in this world. I am meant to spread more love and light, you know. And nobody's perfect, of course, but I want to go to school that's their aim, you know, where, you know, they respect each other, you know. Okay, Huang says grade school has love and light type stuff, but some practitioners there learn the darker magics too. You can't learn one without the other, but that doesn't mean the darkness is always evil. Night is dark, yet it isn't inherently bad. Yeah, night is, I know, I get what you're saying. I do, like, I rather just focus on love and light. Yeah, but I get that school kind of shows you both, you know. Dysfunctional Hunter says, I don't feel human, never have. Ooh, are you an alien? There's like a girl screaming outside. She stopped. So are you know how they say like people are like star seeds and all of that? Do you guys believe in that? I want to hear what you guys believe in. Because I feel like, I don't know, I'm still conflicted, but yeah, maybe our lineages are different. I don't know. Tara says hello, beautiful. Hello, welcome. Today I'm in my human form. Dun 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 dun. This one just says, I don't know, but I know I don't fit in here. Okay. Sometimes maybe it's just your surroundings. That, you know, something that I saw that actually did click a little bit in my brain was this guy that he was claiming, and this is the second person I see claiming this. He was claiming that the airport and airplanes are a sense like portals, right? That's why he doesn't drink on planes, he wants high vibes. You're going to another country, but it really feels like a different reality. Maybe the city you live in, the people you surround with, maybe that's not where you're meant to live. You know, Dysfunctional Hunter. Like where I'm from originally, I did not fit in whatsoever. There's a reason why I came to Florida and I'm here. This was my dream. I wanted to come to, you know, because I originally grew up in Puerto Rico, but I wanted to come to the mainland. I fit in way better. I like with, you know, these are my people, you know, like all my, you know, I have my people too. I have my family. I love my family, but I never fit in. I never like, so I get where you're coming from. Sometimes the biggest thing is just maybe finding another location. Like it doesn't even have to be the same country. Like literally every country, every state, every city, every area is a different vibration, and there's different even within Florida. Like the people where I am right now, it's all like it's a good, like you sense the I don't know how to explain it, but every area is a different frequency. So if you feel like you don't fit in where you are, maybe you're not supposed to be there. Maybe you're supposed to explore somewhere else. There are people who move to different countries because they feel like they fit in more. They feel like those are their people. They resonate with that frequency more. So maybe that's what it is. I was definitely feeling that when I was growing up a lot, especially in high school. It was like so bad. So I totally get you. And maybe look to live somewhere else, because that's what I did, and I'm so happy because of it. Okay, so let me catch up to the comments. Juan says, I know a witch who is dark witch, but she wasn't like bad. Her energy was tied to the moon and the stars and the fae. Ooh, fairies that live with the dead, dark fae. Oh, can you tell me more about the fairies or the fae that live with the dead? I'm so curious. For me, black magic and dark magic are two. I understand different things. Dark magic is working naturally with the normal and natural dark energies, and black magic is perversion of darkness. I see what you mean, Huang. I see what you mean. Yes, there's a difference. I don't believe in like people who like hurt others in any way. Like I condone that, you know? But I do see where maybe like darker energies maybe have you confront your trauma and work through that or something like that. I get what you're saying. Raccoon says, pretty sure all humans are aliens of this world, by the way. Hi, welcome. Okay, okay, I don't know what that means, Mr. Dysfunctional Hunter says, yeah, you're probably right. I haven't left my hometown and I'm 32. I'm good though. I fit in with my kids at least. Well, you know, you have your family. It's a little bit different. Yeah, like that for me, that was the biggest thing. I had to move from my area. Do you know what I mean? Like to find somewhere where I resonated more. And I knew that I didn't like I never like I always came like I grew up in Puerto Rico and I was always like I didn't fit in whatsoever. I felt like an outsider in my own area. Even like I didn't even like really look like them and at all. So they treated me like an outsider, especially in high school. It was horrible. High school was horrible. So I like for me was like I want to come to the US. That's my dream. Puerto Rico's part of the US, but my dream was like I love the American culture and that's where I fit in like the most. And it is. Like I've made friends here. Everybody's so friendly to me. Like people are at Florida, like people are so nice. And I'm not talking about Miami. Please, Miami is a different world. Not talking about Miami. In general, Florida is so, and there are nice people in Miami too, but for like, Florida is so nice. Like, and people are so genuine, like everywhere I've gone, and I've been able to make friends so easily. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And the vibe is so nice, you know? Even if you don't live in the nicest area, this area is kind of ghetto, I'm not gonna lie. My trailer home is in a little, and guess what? They're pretty nice too. I just had that weird incident with that girl I told you guys about. But besides that, for the most part, everyone's so nice, you know? Okay. So Juan says Flora has some weird ass energy too. It's true. I love the concept of Florida man. The guy, you know, the stereotypical guy that will go and fight a gator just to get it to save a dog. You know, remember that grandpa that really like got into the water and like opened the gator's mouth and was like, "That's my dog," you know? I love that. You go, grandpa. You know, grandpa. You know what I mean? I love the Florida man stereotype. I just think it's hilarious. But that's what I mean. It is weird. I love it. Julie says she's back. Hi. I'm from Turkey. Hello from Turkey. Okay. I saw that YouTube hit a very nasty comment from Francisco. If you are not happy here, move on, because guess what? You don't have to be here. Okay. So Juan says, so in England, the line between give me a second, I need to fix my butt. So in England, the line between the dead and the fae is very thin line, right? Really? I could totally see that. Like Ireland, England, you know, all that area, Scotland, they love the fae there, and they have so many encounters with like fairies. The people that really believe in fairies, which is so intriguing to me because I'm so girly. Like banshee means fairy woman. Interesting. But these are the spirits of women who died in a childbirth and will cry for people. I have heard of banshee. It's funny because some people will depict her as a fae, some people won't. But she's basically, for those people who don't know, her lore is that she has the long white hair, very, very long white hair, and she's screaming like screaming. And they say if you see this woman, that means death is around the corner. And there are people who said that they had a relative on their deathbed and they heard something. They look out the window and they see this woman screaming. And then they run to their relative's room and the relative has passed away. She's like a sign of death. Kind of like a Grim Reaper, kind of. I don't think she's collecting the souls and taking them to the afterlife. That is interesting. Okay. So Juan says, I came from Miami and I know what you mean. We have a lot of Cuban exiles here, and I speak child of exile. They are nice in Florida. I have cousins in Clearwater. Yeah, for the most part, most Floridians are really nice. I am not the biggest fan of Miami, to be honest. But most Floridians are very, very nice. And I'm sure there's nice people in Miami too. Juan says, it's just Miami's like a different vibe. See, I don't fit in with that frequency. I don't want to fit in. I don't even try to. I'm like, away, go away. I like the frequency of people like everywhere else in Florida. It's just like, they tend to be very down to earth. At least where I've lived, and they're just friendly, you know. I had one of my neighbors, one time she just left me a bunch of bread in front of my door, and it was like in bags, and I was like, what is this? And she was like, oh, I had spare bread, and I wanted to leave you some bread, because this is so good. I'm like, oh, this is so sweet, you know, like, and then, or I'm outside, and people introduce, like, hi, how are you? Whoa, they'll talk your ear off, you know. That's Florida. I like it. They're just friendly. So Juan says, in Ireland, there's a story that a king tricked the ancient gods and their fairies into living under the ground so humans could rule the surface of Ireland. Interesting. So, okay. Wow. That's why fae are called, pronounced she. But, okay, I get the story, right? But I would think I don't think fae live under the ground though, because they're in the next realm, you know. Maybe that's what it meant. And they will show themselves and they'll come into this realm. I have also heard the lore where it's like they went to the next realm because of like humans, and you know, humans are doing this and that, blah 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 with nature. But they're, for me, they're more so like, you know, nature spirits, you know. But I love the fae. Called seed. Oh, interesting. Juan says the thing is that fae was used as a word for spirits. So anything that is a spirit would be called fae in the Middle East. Anything spiritual is called a jinn. I understand. I know in the middle, jinn is also like, I've talked to some Muslim people, and a lot of them refer to them as like bad. Like not angels, like darker beings, you know. And then, but the fae, I wouldn't see them that way. I would see them more like humans, right? A lot of them have duality where some of them are nice and some of them are not, and some of them are tricksters. A little bit of the Loki spirit there. Be careful of Loki. He is my favorite superhero / not superhero because he grows. Loki grows. So he was like really bad, but in the TV show, he starts to realize his mistakes and he becomes better. When it says, hi, Paulina. Hi, Cree War Spirit. Yeah. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. How are you? We all just noticed no fangs tonight. No fangs tonight. It's human Paulina tonight. Beautiful now. I'm doing great. So Todd Baker says, I've been reading about skinwalkers. What's your take on that? Oh, what's my take on that? Okay. And by the way, my knee is still hurting a little bit, but it's feeling better every day, which I'm excited. Okay. So this position feels good right now. What was I going to say? Skinwalkers. Here's my take. A lot of them live in the Appalachian Mountains. A lot of people see them there. if you don't know what a skinwalker is, this is like my kind of like how I see them. I see them as entities that are not human, that maybe feed off of humans, right? And because people who have encountered them, they have to run away, or there's like a lot of disappearances, you know? And people blame the skinwalkers because they've seen it, right? If they disappeared, then they can't come back to tell us a story. It's funny how, like, if you hear this horror story, but it was only one person and he didn't make it, but then how do you know the story? How do you know the story? You know? But skinwalkers would be something that is like a shapeshifter. People have seen like maybe what looks like a werewolf with like crazy eyes. They don't look like an animal. Like they look like dark. Like a dark thing from like the underworld, right? Or maybe it'll take form of your dog. There's a famous skinwalker video that was viral like a year ago where it was like this guy's recording a dog outside and it looks just like his dog, and he's barking so aggressively and growling and hitting the glass door, and he pins to the side and his dog is on the side. His actual dog. So it took shape of his dog trying to trick him to come outside. They seem to lure humans outside. Sometimes they take shape of someone you know, a relative. Sometimes it's not a mimic, because mimics don't seem to like disappear people, but skinwalkers seem to like disappear people. Mimics seem more like they mimic the voice of a loved one calling you. Oh my god, I just heard a really creepy mimic story today, and I will tell you guys. But I think that's the biggest difference, where these skinwalkers are actually devouring people. There's like a bunch of group of kids who saw like these ginormous werewolves with like horrible scary eyes around the Appalachian Mountains, and they ran away. Like they were like, that was not a regular animal. Those were skinwalkers. You know, and people have seen them outside their houses, just like, but they don't know how to shapeshift well. You can tell it's not an animal. You can tell it's not a real human. And then mimics is a little bit different. So the lore of mimics, they don't seem to disappear people. Mimics seem to just mimic the voice of people and sometimes the physical of people. They mostly go for the voice. So the story I heard today is so creepy. So it was this night nurse. His shift is always at 2 a.m. and he usually works with the same older lady. And that lady, he loves that woman. She's a Hispanic woman. He's Hispanic too. And so they're always speaking Spanish to each other. And she like treats him like family. Like he loves this older lady. He loves working with her. And it's usually in that little area of the hospital, it's just them two, same shift, 2 a.m. By the way, it's a horrible shift to work. But anyways, I guess it's nice for them because it's kind of quiet. The point is that he starts hearing this woman, him saying, I forgot what his name is. We can just say Pablo, right? He says, it's like he's on the other side of, like he just clocked in for the shift. He's on the other side, and down the hallway on this side, 2 a.m., right? From a room, he hears, Pablito, ayúdame, ven y ayúdame. And which means like, come help me, I need your help, can you come over here? But not like in a, like, I'm dying kind of way. It's more like, help me with something I need to do. And then he screams back, like, give me a second, in Spanish, give me a second, I'm just clocking in, all that, I just got here. And then then he's still doing his stuff, and she goes again, like, Pablito, come, like, in Spanish, come over here, I need your help. And then he clocks it, like, she's in a room that she really shouldn't be in a room, like there's nothing work-wise that is done in that room, so it threw him off, and it was so far, and like it was like a storage room or something, like it was just like a room that had nothing to do with the nursing. But he was like, oh, she must need help with something weird, like what's going on. So then he starts walking down the hallway, okay, and he's like, okay, I'm coming. He starts walking down the hallway, and it hits him. My coworker is on vacation. He realizes that that lady that is screaming at him is not her. It sounds just like her. It's not her. His coworker's in vacation and he freezes. He freezes. And then he's like frozen in shock and silence because he remembers that his coworker's on like a 2-week vacation. She's not at work. So then he gets so scared. He starts backing out. Like he's in the hallway. He starts going back up like this way, right? Back this way because he's so scared, super slowly. And he starts doing his stuff again over here, right? And then she calls out again and he ignores it. And then the worst thing happens. In the corner of his eye, he sees like a shadow of a woman staring at him angrily. And that's not his coworker. So a mimic would be like a lower entity that feeds off of scaring you. So it doesn't devour you like a skinwalker would. It just feeds off of that fear, right? And it was mimicking his coworker. Sometimes they take shape of someone you know, but they don't look right. The voice of someone you know. And all it's doing is like scaring you. And he was terrified. He did not want to look up. He was terrified until the thing vanished. And the worst part is, in that little section of the hospital, he's alone because the only person that he worked with in that section was this lady and she was on vacation. So a lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, check on her. But I'm like, no. I mean, I would have texted her maybe. I don't know. But it just felt like it was trying to scare him because he saw it in the corner of the eye. You know what I mean? So, and then it disappeared. He was scared. It was definitely feeding off of that fear energy. Okay, I'm going to catch up with the comments real quickly. So, let's see. Hey, you look beautiful tonight. Oh, thanks. Somebody says, I've been reading about skinwalkers. Oh, I just said that. Yes. So I would say skinwalkers, yes, they shapeshift, but they disappear people. Mimics, they mimic people. They kind of look like people sometimes, but they don't disappear people. They're more like spirits, I would say, probably. And they feed off of scaring you. They're both bad. Tomek says, roses, thank you. Huang says, I have studied a lot of religions, including Judaism, and many of them believe in doorways to other worlds that are under the ground. I have heard of that. I think this is why some people eventually thought, hell, it was in the center of the world. Interesting. I've also heard, this is a different conspiracy, but there are people who claim that there are military bases. So like, there are areas that are guarded, and this guy was driving around like this town that was completely abandoned, and then he went to like an area that looked like a military area, and it had a bunch of tunnels, and each tunnel had a flag on it of a different country. And he's like, these tunnels are for the elite people that are living underground. You see all these farmers creating organic, healthy food. Where do you think it's coming from? Like, where do you think it's going? Because a lot of the food in the grocery store is not super healthy, right? So he was explaining that he believes that these tunnels go underground to people who are living underground, and they get all the good food. And some of these tunnels will you can go through them underground, and you can end up in another part of the country. And you know what that reminds me of? I used to work for Disney, and under Magic Kingdom, there's a tunnel system. Like, this is not a conspiracy. This is 100%. Under Magic Kingdom, there is a tunnel system, and it is a whole other world there. I could totally see that, because he was saying, oh, they have subway and all that's another world underground, and you can use these tunnels to go to other parts of the world. It's all connected. And that reminded me of Magic Kingdom. I would go down the tunnel system in my little uniform, and I remember the pipes of, there was like pipes above us that had all the trash chutes that were kind of smelly, and there was like carts and everything, beep beep. There was like fast food stores under Magic Kingdom. There was costuming, there was this, there was that, and then there's a bunch of little tunnels that would lead up to the park in the different areas, because if you had one costume, you could not walk, like let's say you were in Fantasyland, you cannot walk to another land in that costume because it didn't make sense, right? So I would have to go up to Fantasyland, because that's where I worked with my little Fantasyland. I worked with the princesses with my little Fantasyland costume right there. So, but I couldn't go to like any of the other lands. It wouldn't make sense. So when he said that, I was like, that's totally possible because Disney has a micro version of that in their parks. Magic Kingdom is on the second floor. The first floor is a whole other world with a bunch of doors. So we would go up these like stairs, and they would be like, it would be a secret door that would lead to that land. It was the craziest experience. It was so cool, like seeing that, how they did that. Okay. Blanca says, un saludo grande, te vemos siempre y nos gusta mucho, te queremos mucho acá en Uruguay. Ah, thank you, Blanca. Much love too. Tom says, the dirty dog on it. I don't know what that means. Skeleton, how to look. Ooh, skeleton. Toko says, beautiful. Let's talk about love about the animals. Juan says, in Mexico, a lot of that happens as well. There was a story this one girl had submitted on a Mexico horror channel who had a creature that looked like her dog, only this one was sitting like a human. You know what? Let me finish the story. I do have another story. In her chair, but her actual dog was barking from the balcony. Oh my God. I don't know what I would do. There are stories of talking dogs in Mexico, and they believe these are real dogs that eat food that were enchanted by magic, and that's how they started talking and thinking like us. That would be cool. I mean, that's kind of cool though, if they can. I know there's animal communicators that talk to dogs, but they're more like, oh, I didn't poop there, that you're blaming my brother. The way they communicate through the animal communicators, they still sound like dogs. It's so cute though. Oh yeah, did you guys see the golden doodle? There's a whole conspiracy. I love golden doodles. I'm definitely part of that cult. I don't have one yet. I've been desiring one for years, and I just have to get one. I've been desiring one for years. But golden doodles, there's a whole conspiracy on that they are not real. They are not real dogs. The people are like, that ain't real. That, the airplane girl, that man over there, that man's not real. Kind of like that, because if you look at their eyes, golden doodles have human eyes. It's so weird because poodles and golden retrievers, for some reason, they poop out animal that has human eyes. And it acts human a lot of the time. Golden doodles, there's so many clips of them of just standing in two legs, walking around. There was this weird video that went viral of a golden doodle sitting on the top of a staircase like a little man. And then as soon as the person came around, the golden doodle noticed it was being watched, and then it went back to dog position. So a lot of people are like, where's the zipper? Where's the zipper in the back of the golden doodle? There's little spies. Yeah, it's fine. Golden doodle's not real. It's just funny. Majid Mohammed says, hi, hello. Tone Chum says, hi. Hello everyone. She has, I don't know. That's funny. Juan says, everyone don't forget to like this chat. Yes, subscribe, send her some love. It helps the channel out. Please, it does. Thank you, Juan, for the reminder. I appreciate it. Okay, wow, my hair looks really big right now. I like it. He cannot scare me. Who is the guy behind you? This is Jeremy. Beautiful, do you single? I have a boyfriend. Bray, hello. Scary, look out behind you. Oh no. Jeremy's nice. Don't worry about it. He's a good fella. Where Jeremy was alive in the 1800s, and he was friendly to all women. Bray says hello. I'm being cheesy, you guys. Okay, so it looks like we have an encounter here. And again, for anybody who has any spooky things or stories or beliefs, let us know in the comments below, because I'm curious. Okay, so 2II.5 says, I had a situation when I was traveling and my bag was lost. Luckily, I only had clothes in it. I contacted them and told them I had not received it in my bag. In short, they returned my money. Oh, that's good. I thought it was going to be a spooky story. I'm glad you got your money. I'm glad that got resolved. That could be really stressful. Okay, so I have a story for you guys. I told it yesterday, but I didn't have much of you on, so I'm going to retell it today. The other day I was in Marshall's. You know me, I'm like so girly. I'll go to the girly stores. That's where you find me. So I was in Marshall's, and that I've been listening. Hello, The Psychic Pathway, but also I just got today. I've been listening to her Audible book for, I don't know, like a week now. The other book, the Listening to Your Intuition book, but besides that, before that I've been tuning into my intuition more. Point is, I'm in Marshall's, and the reason I want to do this is because I want to help people. Like, I just want to go around to wherever I am doing my things, and if I get a little thing in my intuition, like an angel telling me go help this person, I just want to do that. I just want to help people wherever I go. Like, I think that's my calling. Like, I just have to, I'm here spreading love and light. You guys can do anything, you know, you guys are powerful, but my calling is to help people. So point is, I'm in Marshall's, and I'm like I'm not even thinking of that. I'm just like, oh, I want to get like a serum for my skin. You know, I'm just in the, you know, like makeup, skincare section. And I see this girl to my right, and the thing is, like, something in my intuition was like, oh, talk to her and just send her some good vibes with your conversation. You can do that. When you talk to someone, you can be really open and just intentionally send them love and good vibes. And if they want to take it, they can, you know? And so I made up an excuse. Like, I saw that she was wearing a pretty dress, so I commented on her dress, and we started talking. I made up an excuse to talk to her. I liked her dress too. And I'm just like sending her love and happiness, and we're just having a girl chat, but I'm purposely like sending her all this love, right? And then she walks away so happy, and it's awesome. And I start walking, and something hated that I did that. And I think that's why my intuition told me to do this, because it was targeting that woman. Oh, so there was an employee that was not a human. Oh my God. This woman was in the dressing section, like, you know, where you can try on clothes, right? And she was wearing like the Marshall's uniform, and she had the bluest eyes, but her eyes did not look right. Like, they didn't look like human eyes. There was something wrong with her eyes. And she was like this. She was like this. She was like this. So as soon as that interaction finishes, right, and I'm walking, I feel her trying to send, I'm so protected, by the way. I feel her trying to send me like negative energy, but it just bounces off, right? And I instantly look, and I see that her, and she's locked in, and she's mad. She's mad. She was targeting that girl. She's mad. And she's locked in, and she's staring at me like this. Like, I'm trying to do the dead eyes, like. And it was like blue, but not, they looked like aliens. Like, her eyes were not human. And she was staring at me with so much hatred and anger that I had basically sent some love to this girl. She was targeting that girl. Like, that was what my intuition was telling me. And all I did, I'm super protected. Everything just bounced off. All I did was smile at her. Like, I'll send you love too, girl. You know what I mean? I'll send you love too. If you want it, you can take it. And I walked away. Like, I'm here to protect people. Okay? You can't do that. But it was so weird. That whole interaction was so spiritual. And again, I've told you guys, I know my life purpose is to just spread love and light where I go. That's why I'm working on increasing my intuition and my psychic powers and stuff. So, that whole experience was, and I'm glad I was helping her, but I was like, whoa, there are some dark things in this world, but there's a lot of love and light too. Okay, so let me catch up on the comments. Toxins Roses, thank you. Bray says, once I went to school and we had a practice lockdown. Ooh, that's interesting. I remember I used to have a lot of those in school too. We built. Oh, I'm sorry about that. You have to practice. Thank you. Bye. It's funny. Makes me feel good to help others as well. Yes, it feels so good to be there for other people. You know, there's so many ways to just, you know, I don't know, just increase the vibration of this reality. I'm such a hippie in that way. Eric Smith says, you seem to me, you're a very cheerful person. You're very young. Don't ever change for that. Oh, thanks. Tony, ooh. It says, the Rye Fly says, hi. Man in the van, welcome. Welcome back again. Welcome back again. Good evening, Miss Paulina. Good evening. Please don't forget to double tap your screen or hit the like button. Subscribe, everyone. Yes, thank you, man in the van. Juan says, good protection is a mirror charm. Ooh, that is true. Brian says, what's your sign? I'm a Scorpio. You're Scorpio? You guys already kind of know, but I am a Leo. Ooh, as you can tell, very Leoness. It's funny because I've gotten like not the best reaction when I tell people I'm a Leo. They're, you know what I mean? Like it's I don't know how to explain it. Like I guess Leos can have a little bit of a bad rap. Curtis Robinson says, hi. Man in the van says, how did your day go? My day went well. It was a good day today. There's always good things that happen. And, you know, it's good to appreciate the little things, too. Brian says, you look like Leo so fierce. Aw, thanks. How did your day go? How was your days? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I just opened and it's the Charm Post. They have trading cards, kitchen magic. Isn't that so cute? Oh, I really want one. I should sign up. I don't know. This is pretty. I'm happy. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I have been thoroughly enjoying the pumpkin, like, I'm such a girl, like maple waffles sandwiches and like the blended pumpkin spice like lattes. Oh, they're so good. I've been going today after work I went to, but during the day I went to Scooter's Coffee and it's so good. So Man in the Van says, I had a course at work for chainsaws. It was fun. Oh, that is cool. Yeah, be careful with chainsaws. But that is cool. I'm glad you had a fun course. That's awesome. You know when your job like pays for courses and you really enjoy it? This is kind of random, but I know I have some people here that are like in the field of like trades and things like that. You know, Home Depot is offering like free classes and certifications if you ever want to do trade work and all that. And a lot of it is free, which is nice. Dylan says, I wonder. Baron says, I'm in Cree class right now. What is Cree class? Cree class. Let's see. We were talking about magical schools today. I want to find one that I feel like I would fit in. The one in Britain is so cool. They learned how to mediumship, right? For 2 weeks. That sounds so cool. You're going to go to Hogwarts. Let's see. Cree class. What is... Oh, Cree is like a language. Is Cree a language? Cree... Like Creole? Cree class. Language. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I guess it's like a language. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just happy to chill with you guys. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, did you guys know the other day? Oh, it's French. I get it. It's French. Yes, Cree is a language of the Cree people. It's French. Is it like Creole, like in New Orleans? Ooh, are you in New Orleans? Because New Orleans, it's where the vampires hang out. And the witch people, not French. No. Oh, Canada. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Like Quebec is French. You know, I was obsessed with like Canada at one point was like making a lot of really cute tiny houses. And there was a tiny house YouTube channel that I was obsessed with that was in Quebec. And they would create like Japanese inspired tiny houses. They're so cute. I'm trying to remember the name. Sakura. I think it was like Sakura Tiny House. You just gave me a really nice flashback. Let me look that up. Sakura Tiny House. Let's see if I can find it. That was like my favorite tiny house for a long time. Yeah, it's Sakura Tiny House. Wow, you guys gave me a nice flashback there. I'm going to look at this video afterwards. I was obsessed with it. This was like 8 years ago. It was posted 8 years ago. Yeah, no drugs, Mr. Shudao. Running says, I used to live near Salem. Ooh, that's spooky. I like Salem. I met, did you have any spooky experiences in Salem? I had to take an Uber the other day, and the lady, she's from Massachusetts, and she said she had gone to Salem, and she said she went like 15 years ago, and she told me she felt like it was really commercialized. I don't know about now, but she told me she felt like it was more like kind of like an amusement park type thing. I don't know if that's the vibe now though, because she went years ago. Because I have heard really nice things. Actually, it was more than 15 years because she was an old lady and she said she went when she was like 24. So now I'm thinking about it. It was like a long, long time ago. I thought it was like, I was like, oh, it must be like 15. No, it was a long time ago. I do want to go. I've heard it's really nice. There's like this Instagram guy that he dresses up like the devil, and he's just been walking around Salem just making jokes. He said he invented the golden doodle as a joke. But yeah, I want to go. I don't know if it's still. I don't want to go if it like I don't want to feel like I'm in an amusement park either. You know, amusement parks are fun, but let me see what you guys have to say. You've been there? No, I have not been there. Says, is there someone on my door? Sorry, I keep getting notifications. No, it's just a car. Says, hi. Jacob says, I went to the Salem Witch House. Ooh, how was it? Byron says, me and some cousins once sent a shadow being. Oh, you saw a shadow being in Salem? It stood up right in front of us. That's really creepy. It just stood up right in front of you guys, like right there. What did you guys do? Did you guys scream and run away? Did you guys just stared at it? You know, there's people, like a lot of cars now have I don't know, like radar, if I'm not wrong. And so people are catching ghosts on their car. Like on the screen, it's literally showing spirits walking around on their car. And there was a guy that was in the middle of the forest, and it was freaking him out because it was saying there was a lot of spirits coming back and forth. Like people, the car's like, there's people around you, and he pans out in the forest, and there's nobody around him, and he's alone in this like road, like dirt road, and it was freaking him out. I would be freaked out too. I'd be like, I'm gonna drive faster. But you be careful though, because you know you don't want to get stuck there for driving insane. You know. So running says it's like me a Mecca. What's Mecca? What does that word mean? What is Mecca? I don't understand. It says it's a bacteria. Jacob says you wait in a line and they walk you through the house. It was neat. Salem itself is pretty. Go during Halloween time. Oh yeah, I heard like Halloween is beautiful. It's not like a park. Okay, cool. Jacob says, but plan other activities. New England this time of year is gorgeous. I know, like, fall time in New England must be so beautiful. I just love the fall vibes. Gilmore Girls vibe. You know, I'm girly, so. You know, coffee, orange trees. I've only seen fall, like, perfect fall when I was, like, 15 and I went to, Indiana. So there was a Mennonite university that offered students to stay there for free, and they would pay for our food and lodging. So, because I was 15 and they were trying to get students to go there at, like, to enroll. And so I went and I stayed. It was really nice, and it was only like 3 days. And I met all the college students, and, you know, no, I was a little older. It was like, yeah, I was like 15 or 16. They thought I was like their age, but I was younger. I told them I was younger. And then, and it was so cool. It was the prettiest I've ever seen fall. Like, all the trees were orange, red, and yellow. Like, the rain was painful. It rained a little bit, and it hit like little icicles, but it was just the most beautiful fall I have ever seen, just like the movies in Indiana. And that's the only time I've seen it. So perfect and beautiful. I would like to see it again. Okay, so it says New England this time of year is gorgeous with the foliage. Yes, the famous Catamongus Highway drive through the New Hampshire is awesome. What's Catamongus? Let's see. Catamongus. Catamongus. That is so beautiful. That's gorgeous. The Catamongus Highway. Oh, that's gorgeous. I would love to go there. Yes. Byron says we shot at the... So you and your cousin saw a shadow being in front of you guys, and you guys start shooting at it, like, right there? Oh my God, that's so creepy. I mean, it's a spirit. Like, it wouldn't do anything. But I could see how that's your reaction too. It's a little scary. So Running Man says, I saw one on a video in my house, but days later. Oh, that's creepy. Muslim is it, you gotta go. In Salem? I'm sorry, I don't understand that. Lance says, still wondering when you gonna... I have a boyfriend, Mr. Lance. Jacob says, the leaves here are red, orange, yellow now. Magical. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Running Man says, weird. You say Amish. I lived near Pottstown, and there they have a gigantic skeleton. They have a gigantic skeleton. No, it was Mennonite. So Mennonite are the people who have technology. They have similar beliefs as Amish, but they actually use technology, where Amish do not use technology. But the religions are basically like cousins. Like, it's almost the same. They have gigantic skeletons? So they celebrate Halloween, the Amish? Really? Are you sure about that? Because I don't even think the Mennonites celebrate Halloween. Or maybe it's something else. Dun, dun, dun. Juan says, yeah, my best friend regrets going there in Halloween because he had Salem is packed during that time. Yeah, I heard it is packed. I told him he should go like a month before and then stay through the end of October. Yeah, I guess if you have the time to just like slowly do things, that's awesome, you know? But if you're trying to do everything in like 2 days, that's stressful. Yeah, I guess stay there longer and just like save up a little bit more, stay there longer, and, you know, get through things at a nice pace, and then just enjoy your time. Because apparently there's a lot of things going on in the street. You're just in the street. People are in costumes. There's like a lot of free activities, I heard. So that's, you know, just enjoy the vibe, you know, so he can enjoy himself. Yes. Yeah, Byron says our bullets didn't do anything. Yeah, I know, because you were shooting at like a dark figure, like a shadow figure. It's like a spirit. But I could see why that was your guys' reaction. Guys, it is scary, you know. Jacob says, almost better than the colors is in the autumn smell in the wind. I don't remember that. I remember Indiana. I remember the ice water. But I want to smell the autumn. That sounds so nice. New England sounds so nice during fall. Jacob says, if you had a P.O. box, I'd send you a box of leaves. No, you're good. That reminds me of my sister. In Florida, it doesn't really orange like that. But in Puerto Rico, it doesn't orange at all. And so she found an orange leaf here. And she posted it on Instagram. And I was like, what? She's like, it's fall. And I'm like, yes, it's fall. But it's not, you know, there. But in Puerto Rico, you have no orange leaves whatsoever. Innocent hearts. Huang says, according to the Navajo people, you got to bless bullets. Use ash from fire to grant the bullets the power of the ancient spirit of fire, so that they can affect the shadows. Interesting. Well, yeah, at that point, it's like a spiritual thing. But yeah, like if it's just like a regular bullet, it's just gonna go right through it because it's a spirit, you know. I don't know. I've been having so much fun with you guys, but yeah, I do want to I want to go to like a mediumship school, you know. That would be cool. I also want to find like local groups, you know. Like there was one girl on TikTok that I had messaged her because she was having I don't know I don't know if she found my Instagram. She said she'd message me on Instagram, but she was having like a psychic party, you know? Stuff like that is cool. I don't know. Once a year, if I had a spill box, some supplies, holy water, and some bugs. I make these scare packages to magical friends to protect their cars and their house, and even to promote. Oh, that's so sweet. Country, let's see. Country Kirby says, hi, hello. Says, got flesh eating beetles this week. They are working on a fox and possum skull now. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't even know that was a thing. Byron says, thanks, Cuban. Next time I see Shadow, we'll try that. Yeah, I mean, but that's like, yeah, if you have that prepared already. But, you know, there's ways to protect your home and, you know, get things out too. Today I'm just like, I'm happy. Aren't you guys happy? Isn't it a good day today? Just spread love and light. Da, 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 da. Hey guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.